Any question from last class? How many types of messages are there in AGRP?
So the hello message,
Five
First
types.
update
message is
message,
Five, sir.
Query message, reply, acknowledge.
hello. What is the use of hello message?
in hello message we will have the AS number,
Used to
discover the neighbor.
packet. Deliver the packet.
establish neighborship.
Neighborship.
Neighborship and keep alive.
Yes, okay.
Second thing about hello messages. Timer. What is the hello timer?
5 and 15.
5 and 50.
Seconds.
5 seconds,
5 seconds. And hold on time.
15 seconds.
15 seconds.
Router can send it on unicast address as well as on multicast address. Till now we have seen the
Multicast.
then third message is
Sir,
second message is
Update.
update message. What is the use of update message?
Update MAC is
So it has actual network
RTP
information.
protocol. Share
To share prefix information.
between yes, sir.
Or you can say
Bandwidth
network
delay,
information.
bandwidth delay, MTU reliability, hope,
Then
and
is it a
query
reliable message?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
RTP protocol works on this.
RTP.
Reliable. Then
Query.
anything else about update message?
RTP
Sir, it
protocol
is
is being
sir, it
It
contains
is used
K
update
values.
between unicast and
Sir,
multicast.
it contains network and plus K values.
Key values.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It is unicast or multicast.
Yes,
Both,
sent.
sir.
Both.
It can be
unicast.
both,
It can be unicast or and
both
multicast.
multicast.
Okay. Very good. Then let's say I have two router. R1. R1, R2, here IP is 12.1, here IP is 12.2. Getting noise. Noise from here on router number 1 I have one loopback, let's say 1.1.1.1. On router number 2 I have one loopback 2.2.2.2 and I have enabled the EIGRP. So how these routers are going to exchange the route after
The hello is being
after enabling EIGRP, first routers are going to exchange hello message. In the hello message, it will check parameters. Which parameters? Autonomous
A
system number and key values.
K values.
If it will match, then both routers will become
Neighbor
neighbor. After that, router will send.
update message.
Once router will discover a neighbor, it will send update message to that.
Neighbor.
Sir, I have one question.
Yeah.
Why EAGRP is does not considering the load and what about the other one, reliability?
It's
It's only
considering
based on the bandwidth and the delay.
by default it's disabled. You can enable it. EIGRP can use load, reliability and MTU also to calculate metric, but by default it not uses. You can use it. I will show you the command how you can manipulate these things. It is possible.
So in line network as well, we are not allowed to even change the bandwidth as well.
What?
Sir, in line network, even we are not allowed to change the bandwidth as well of the interface, right?
Right. See,
So the
What about delay time, sir? What about delay? So we can't change delay time also.
you can change delay. You can even change bandwidth also.
Okay.
Now see, router 1 have sent the update message to router number 2. What router 1 will expect? Router 1 will expect acknowledgement because
sending something.
it is reliable message. Because router 1 have sent reliable message to router number 2. So router 1 will expect for acknowledgement. Till when router will wait for acknowledgement? Till when router will wait for acknowledgement? That is called guys SRTT.
Yes, sir.
A smooth round trip time. For SRTT time, router will wait for acknowledgement. What will happen if router will not receive acknowledgement within SRTT time?
So what is SRTT time? Can you explain
A
this?
smooth round
Trip
trip
time.
time.
So means it would be waiting for this time, right?
Yeah. Soon you will understand this timer as well. Wait. Whenever router send update message, or you can say after sending update message, router will wait for acknowledgement till R SRTT time. If router will not receive acknowledgement within SRTT time, then it will send same update message with same sequence number again. Acknowledgement is not received, then router 1 is going to send same update message again, even with same sequence number. Again it will wait for, again this time router will wait for SRTT. First of all, this time router will send this message on unicast address. On which address? First update message what was sent on multicast address. This second message will be unicast. Okay. After sending the update message, router will wait for acknowledgement till SRTT. If router will not receive acknowledgement within SRTT time, then router will send same update message with same sequence number on unicast address. Why not on multicast address this time? For an example, guys, here is switch between the routers. We have one switch, and here is one more router. Router 1 have sent the update. Both router, right? This router have given the acknowledgement, but only this router have not given the acknowledgement. So router is only sending update message to router number 2. This is the reason of unicast, the second message.
So can you explain once again?
Here I have switch. I have one another router R3. Right?
Mhm.
Router 1 have sent one update message on multicast address 224.0.0.10.
10.
It will forward to switch will forward to router number 3, router number, correct? And after
Correct.
receiving update message, both routers should send acknowledgement message. Let's say
Mhm.
router 3 have sent acknowledgement to router number 1. Router 1 have received the acknowledgement from router 3 within SRTT time. But router 1 have not received acknowledgement from router number 2 within SRTT. So now router 1 need to send update message again to router 2 only, right? Not to both
Correct.
router. So that's why it
Correct.
will send on unicast address. Second message will be unicast. Second update message will be unicast. And again it will wait for, this time it will wait for RTO. This time it will wait for RT time. Within RTO time, if router will not receive acknowledgement, then what will happen? Again, after RTO time, it will retransmit the same update message. Again, it will retransmit. RTO stands for retransmission timeout. Retransmission timeout. Like this router is going to send total 16 numbers of unicast update. How much? 16. 16 update messages, and then it will break the. If router will not receive acknowledgement till 16 unicast update message, then router will break the neighborship. Router number 2. Go router 2. Now you are not my neighbor. Guys, it's simple in listen, right? Like breaking neighborship. But breaking the neighborship between router is a very bad thing in the live network, in the production network. Let's suppose router 1 and router 2 have exchanged lakhs of prefixes through EIGRP. And if neighborship will fluctuate, then what will happen? Again, lakhs of prefixes will be reshared. Lots of encapsulation, decapsulation will happen. Both routers will perform dual algorithm, calculate their topology table, their routing table, right? So for particular time, user will start getting slowness, fatness. So your network should be stable. Neighborship should not be fluctuate, should not be break. Here you have to troubleshoot. Why router? Sometime router 1 is not receiving. After breaking the neighborship, again both routers are exchanging hello message. Again they will form neighborship. Is this concept clear? 16 time unicast message.
And after 16 time, it will break the neighborship, right?
Yeah. Sometime it can ask you, please explain 16 unicast messages in EAGR. Always keep in mind, whenever router is sending update message, router expecting acknowledgement.
Sir, what is the wait time for every update message?
What? It is not periodic message, na bro. EIGRP update message not periodic. Router will send only once. There is no any timer. Update message timer. For the periodic message, we can have timer, na? That after this particular interval of time, it will send the message. Am I right?
It is going to send update messages, unicast update messages once it is not receiving any acknowledgement.
Yeah.
Okay, so it must be waiting for some time for the
RTO time.
acknowledgement.
See, for the
Yes. So
first time,
what?
for the first update message, it will wait for SRTT time. After that, transmission timeout, retransmission timeout, RTO time.
Yeah. So what is the value of that RTO time? 1 second, 300 seconds. What is that time?
That is variable time. Soon you will learn it.
Okay.
Do you want to see this practically?
Yes, sir.
See, first of all, SRTT time. How router is going to calculate SRTT? Timers are not fixed. Routers are going to calculate these timers. How? How router will calculate SRTT time? As you all know, SYN plus ACK and ACK, three-way handshake
Yes, yes.
between sender machine and receiver machine.
Yes, sir.
For the bidirectional connectivity, you can say to establish TCP connection, you can say what we have three. In the same way, EIGRP is also checking bidirectional connectivity between routers. Bidirectional connectivity. After becoming neighbor, when router 1 and router 2 will become neighbor with the help of hello message, will become neighbor by exchanging hello message. Once it will become neighbor, both routers are going to check bidirectional connectivity. That there is bidirectional connectivity or how? check bidirectional connectivity, both routers are going to send null update. Null update. Null update message. There is no any network information. Reason of this null update message is just to check bidirectional. We are able to exchange the update messages, or router 1 have sent this null update message to router number, and then update message, reliable message, so router 2 is going to generate what? Acknowledgement. Router 2 will generate acknowledgement. Router 2 will then act. Whatever time it will take to receive acknowledgement of null update message, that timer will become what? SR. That timer will become SRTT time. Whatever time router will take to receive acknowledgement of null update message will become SRTT time. Means router no, generally I can expect acknowledgement from router number 2 after this amount of time. After this amount of time, I can expect acknowledgement from router number. That's why after sending first update message, if router is not receiving acknowledgement, it will retransmit on the unicast address same update message. But again, if it will not receive the acknowledgement, then after RTO time it will send next update. What will happen here? I will talk about complete. R1 after becoming neighbor, hello messages are R1 is going to send update it 2, and R2 will here null update message as well as acknowledge, and whatever time it will take, right, to receive the acknowledgement or not, that will become. And now third step is, now router 3 is going to give acknowledgement. So router 2 can also calculate the RTT.
So what would the third step you repeat?
Third step is, now router 3 is going to send acknowledgement na.
So
Three or one.
So router 2 will receive acknowledgement of their null update message. Router 2 will also calculate SRTT time. Now both routers know SRTT time.
means both have sent their acknowledgement message to each other, and they have their SRTT times.
Correct.
Okay.
This is the process. And after calculating SRTT time, it will send actual update message. If router will not receive acknowledgement of null update message, that means there is no bidirectional connectivity. Router will never send actual update message. Whatever time will be taken by router to get acknowledgement of null update message, that timer will become SRTT time. And after that, router will multiply some value with SRTT time to calculate RTO time. RTO is nothing but the transmission is nothing but multiplier of I don't know what that values, but multiply. RTO will be always greater than
We
the
can
multiplier of SRTT is called RTO. Router is going to multiply some value and then it will find RTO will multiply SRTT time with some values which is not revealed, right? You cannot find with what value the GRP is multiplying to the SRTT. It is not revealed. Even you cannot find it in the book. But you will always see that value is RTO is not RTP. RTO is multiplier of SRT. After sending update message, it will increase count also. Whenever router will send update message, it will increase queue count also. Question is what is queue count? Anybody have idea about it? It means I have sended one update message to router number 2 and waiting for acknowledgement. See, when router 1 will send update message to router number 2, update message, it will increase queue count by 1. Count by 1. Means I have sended one update message and waiting for acknowledgement. When router 1 will receive the acknowledgement, again queue count will. So queue count should be always 0 in the stable network, right?
Okay.
If you are able to see queue count is 1, 2, that means there is work. Maybe neighborship is fluctuate. Okay. So after sending update message, router will increase queue count by 1. It means I have sent one update message and waiting for the acknowledgement. And once router
Zero
will receive acknowledgement, queue count will become 0. Yes.
means you have explained. Zero means acknowledgement has been received.
Yeah. It means topology is whenever you see queue count is 1, that means device is waiting for acknowledgement.
So it should always be 0.
It should always be 0.
If my queue count is 10, it means it has not received the ACK for 10 update message.
Yes. 10 update message.
And let's suppose if
1
I have a
multicast
network
and 9 unicast. Yes.
let's suppose if I have 3 routers here and R1 send update message to all the 3. Is the queue count maintained for all the 3 separately, or is it just going to?
When R1 will send update message to R2, it will maintain the queue count. When R2 will send to R3, it will maintain the queue count.
Sir, I have a question. Sir, in which case null update message is sent? Because neighborship has been formed, right? And
After
we are
neighborship formed, first message will be a null update message.
it's not a okay. And once null acknowledgement is done, then the real update message would be sent with the network
Correct.
information.
Because see, in the hello message, in the hello message of router 1, is there any information of router 2? Like I am sending it to router 2 or 2L.2, anything like that? Or
No.
router 1 is receiving any acknowledgement from router number 2 of hello sent? No. That means router is still not confirmed the connectivity, bidirectional connectivity. Even they have formed the neighborship, right?
Correct.
So that's why once router will form the neighborship, both are going to exchange first null update message. And when it will receive acknowledgement of null update message, it will get to know, okay, now I am able to communicate with router number 2. Now everything is working fine. At the same time, with the help of null update message, router will calculate what? SRTT time. And if router have SRTT time, it can multiply some value to calculate RTO time as well. Clear now? If you want to see
Is there any
practically,
time
then I can show you
interval?
practically also. Yes, brother?
Is there any time interval for this null update message?
No, as neighborship will come up, then the null update message. There is no any timer like that.
And sir, ये कितनी बार 15 times 16 times
16 times unicast.
okay, means 15 times unicast, one time multicast.
नहीं 6
Okay,
देखना है प्रैक्टिकल
yes sir.
कैसे देख
हाँ
सकते हैं
सर,
आप
2
बताओ
राउटर्स के साथ, मतलब 3 राउटर्स के साथ।
कोई बताओ कि कैसे ये चीज हम प्रूफ कर सकते हैं लैब के लिए देखने के
इंटरफ़ेस जीआरपी इनेबल करके फिर इंटरफ़ेस डाउन कर दें या
डाउन कर देंगे तो नेबरशिप ही डाउन हो जाएगा तब फिर वो भेजेगा
Sir,
क्यों
sir, timer
टाइमर
increased by the help of ACL.
बाय द ACL.
Yes.
Okay, we can create ACL to block the EIGRP.
Message.
अपडेट मैसेज।
That
So
message.
if here I will create ACL to block EIGRP message, then hello message will be also blocked. Neighborship
Yes.
will also goes down.
No block, we increase the timer only.
Timer, no, we cannot block timer with ACL.
No block, sir, increase the timer. Timer, not
Okay, increase
receiving
the
timer.
EIGRP
Receiving
neighborship
timer.
timer.
Yes.
First will increase the hold on time, okay?
Yes, yes.
Fine. Screen.
Yes
कर
sir.
लें
हाँ sir, we can do it.
इसमें एक और राउटर ऐड करके कर सकते हैं क्या?
कर सकते हैं बात तो IP फेस 50 फेस F 5 5 5 फेस F dot 5 per EI 1.005 and network R1 configuration is done. Phase F0 slash 5 dot phase F 1 5 5 to 5 5 per EI. Can I use 0.0.0 command
Yes.
and in phase F set 5 to 5
So 23. So network 23.
That is big.
सर आईपी का तो नहीं पता बट नेटवर्क कमांड में तो सर R3 में सर ऊपर ही देख लीजिए स्क्रीन में आईपी सही है कि नहीं। नेबरशिप अप आ गई सर सही है
So IP, AGRP.
EIGRP नेबर
So you can see who is neighbor.
23.1.2 R2
23.1 on which interface? Hold on
0
time,
slash 0
uptime, SRTT time, RTO time, count, and sequence.
सीक्वेंस नंबर रिप्रेजेंट सर 7 बार अपडेट मैसेज गया था क्या कुछ ऐसा
Yeah, last
नल अपडेट मैसेज
update message. Null update message. You update message ना.
ओके
अब अगर हम now if I will add one new network on router number 1, let's say 1.1.1.0/20, and once I will enable EIGRP over here on this interface, router is going to update their database, so it will increment in sequence number by 1, then it will forward to router number 2. When router 2 will receive the update message, first of all it will check the sequence number, with which sequence number I am receiving the update message. If I am receiving the update message with so IP EIGRP neighbor from 12.1 with sequence number 4, that means the information is not updated. It will not open it. It will discard it. It will only process if the sequence number is higher, greater than with their table. Right?
ओके मींस अगर R1 अगर सीक्वेंस नंबर 4 के साथ भेज रहा है तो इट शुड बी 5 ओवर हियर ऑन R2
No. If R1 is
So-
sending any update message with sequence number 4, then router 2 will discard that update message. It will not process because there is no updated message information in that update message. Router saying router 2 that I have updated my database from router 1 12.1.1.1 with sequence number 4. If I will receive any update message with higher sequence number, that means there is updated information.
Okay, sir. Let's say if R1 some network it has been disconnected.
Correct.
So
Again, it will
it,
decrement in sequence number by 1. Not decrement, it will increment by 1. It will become what? 5. Sequence number on router number 1 will become what? 5. See on router number 1. So sequence number of neighbor is 3. So you can see on R2 their database is updated by sequence number. Router 1 database is updated by sequence number 4. Router 2 database is updated by sequence number 3, and router 3 database is updated by sequence number. When any change will occur, sequence number will be incremented by. Let's say you
So
are the
can we
router and you are receiving the update message. So you will check my database. In my database, what is the sequence number? 7. And I am receiving the update message. What is the sequence number there? Are sequence number updated? If yes, that means information is updated in the update. Let me check what are the information. But if sequence number is lower or same, that means my database is already updated. It will not update their database, their topology table with the help of update message, with the help of received update message. Here now.
so
Why
सीक्वेंस
would
नंबर
a
का
sequence
not
number
clear
decrement?
Not decrement, increment. Whenever change
Okay.
will occur, network will goes down or it will come up. Network. sequence number will be incremented
So
by.
it's always an incrementing value, whether there is a decrease in any network or increase of
No,
any
no, no,
network.
not like that. Only and only increase. Whenever change will occur, it will increment by 1. Change means adding network or
Can we shut down R1 LAN network?
yeah, sure. See, now on router number 2, sequence number of router 1 is 4. Now I am going to down F0/0. Interface F0/1. Then interface. Shut down. On router number 2. Sequence number is 6.
6. Incremented by 2.
Incremented by 2 because router 1 have sent 2 messages. One query message, one update message.
Okay.
There is concept of query as well, brother. Query and reply.
Mhm.
Whenever network will goes down and feasible success. So till now we have not discussed the query. That's why we are not able to.
And now can we unshut that R1 network? Let's see what changes on R2.
One that command interface F/1 send. This time it will increment by
Means जब add हुआ तो it is incremented by 1, and when it is removed, increment by 2, we can say.
when remove at the time of remove sequence number can be incremented by 3 also. If router 2
Okay.
will not send reply message of query. Should not remember like this. Should always remember like this. Whenever change will occur, sequence number will be. When network
Okay.
goes down, in that case, routers are sending 2 types of update message: query message and the main update message. Now, if you want to see 16 times unicast message, see here. Then I am going to on then interface of R1. Interface F0/1 says able to see query message.
Not yet.
Here it is. Query.
Yes, yes.
Who is sending? Earlier sequence number was 7, right? This message here
8. And it is on.
commented by. Then router 2 has given what acknowledgement is unicast. Router 2 will share their sequence number. But acknowledgement number 8 is it is
Same
saying
sequence
I
number.
already received your packet with sequence number.
8.
Then the next
A reply message is
message. Who is sending? Router 2.
there.
Right?
First acknowledgement, then reply. Okay. And reply is also on unicast.
Yeah, reply is first. And then finally router 1 is giving what?
Acknowledgement
Acknowledgement. So on
of
what
reply
acknowledge
message.
on what sequence number it will acknowledge?
9.
Yes.
0 दे रहा है सर ये तो.
A relative sequence.
ये
Sequence number 17 से भेज रहा था ना ये. router 2 has sent reply message with
reply
sequence number
message.
17. acknowledgement number 8.
Of
That's
sequence
why
number 8.
ending with and for the this is first acknowledgement message of router 1, so that's why sequence number is here 0.
0. Yeah, got it. बट सर यहाँ पे एक भी है अपडेट मैसेज मल्टीकास्ट पे नहीं है.
नहीं तो नेटवर्क डाउन गया है तो अपडेट मैसेज होगा क्यों? अपडेट मैसेज तो है ही नहीं ना कोई भी.
ओके.
पर जब अप आएगा तब तो अपडेट मैसेज जाएगा. अब आप देखो सीक्वेंस नंबर कितना है router 1 का 8.
8.
Again if this network will go come up, no sir, sequence number will become 9. Here is the update message. Sequence number is
9.
so it will give acknowledgement on acknowledgement number what?
9.
Router number 5. Clear? But here in the capturing sometime wrong info. These are the relative. Clear? Now let's perform the lab. What I am going to do on router number 2, I am going to do something so that it should not send acknowledgement. I will configure the ACL, but before that I will increase the hold on time. So guys, tell me if I want that whatever hello message router 1 is sending to router 2 should store that for long time. Where I need to change timer on R1 or R2.
Sir, R2 पे.
R2.
सब पर मैं आपको एक लड्डू दिया और बोल रहा हूँ कि कल तक इसको रखना है. कल तक रखना है ये भी तो मैं ही बोल रहा हूँ ना.
तो मतलब आपके ऊपर ऐसे लगाया जाएगा.
R1 को बताना पड़ेगा कि होल्ड ऑन टाइम बढ़ा के भेजो.
ओके 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 ओके.
Sir, could you speak in English so that our
Out
people can
direction.
understand?
Out direction.
I have to tell to R1 to increase the hold on time. And I have to tell to router number 2 also to increase the hold on time for R1. So that neighborship will not goes. Question is how to face F0/0 IP ERP hold on time for EIGRP case number 6555.
You selected the maximum. सर इंटरफेस में
So IP EIGRP. Clear? Now I am going to filter the EIGRP packet on router number. For that I am going to do one thing. I am going to down LAN interface of R1. Interface F/1 is shut down. Later I will no shut when router 1 will generate update message. It will send to router number 2. On router number 2 I will configure ACL, so router 2 will not receive it. Router 2 will not generate update acknowledgement. So router will start sending. Go to router 2. Can I configure extended ACL here? Here I have to configure extended.
reason, sir.
Then here I have to match the protocol, na? Protocol. I'm going to
Okay,
block
okay.
the EIGRP packet.
Over there, yeah. Okay, we have port number blockage and all. Yeah.
So access list, let's say 100, 1.
Extended.
I, then protocol, AGRP,
BGP.
which message, what source, let's say source any, what destination, let's say destination also, ACL will block EIGRP message from any source and correct.
Yes,
This
sir.
list 1 permit rest all traffic I have, and now I'm going to apply it on F0/0. It says F0/0
IP access
IP
group.
access group and
In
101.
direction. In direction.
Now in the capturing of our update message unicast, update message cast, update message cast, update message multicast, cast update message multi. After that you can see I'm not able to see any acknowledgement, so router has started sending cast update message, started sending cast update, and wait,
First
after
one.
16 update message, till then you can verify the queue count. So IP AGRP name queue count is also in 1, yes or no,
Yes.
count is
सर अगर उसमें एक्सेस लिस्ट में if we
ऊपर से
would have
ब्रेक
not
भी हो गई है.
सर 18 मिनट से अप दिखा रहा है कुछ समथिंग under 70 destination edge communication administrative
Did one update message.
then 16 unicast would be sent.
One, one,
Then again we have seen, yeah, update message second,
third,
update third, fourth,
fourth,
fifth,
sequence number is 7,
8, Again 9. Again we have 10. Again we have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. ये तो आगे भी भेजे जा रहा है सर.
फिर हाँ ये
Okay.
3 नंबर है. अब
Okay.
काउंट के बाद तो मल्टीकास्ट भेज दिया ना.
Sir, is there any possibility to filter this update message only so that we can count easily?
फिल्टर you can count it. After 16 unicast update message, it will break the neighborship and then again it will form the neighborship. Again it will send on multicast address.
सर नेबरशिप ब्रेकडाउन का मैसेज नहीं दिखा लेकिन.
वो सेम DNS में नहीं दिखा. कभी कभी
Okay.
but neighborship देख होगा. Neighborship bill goes down after 16 unique
Can we debug on R2 and
and
we
on
can check?
all unicast update message sequence number is going to be debug cannot have
नेबरशिप में नहीं दिखाएगा. IP एजर.
date.
Sending update on 1.0.12.2. Retry this. Stuff like this is just. Yes.
What message is ready? What is the
Sir, once the neighborship goes down, it will ask for the feasible successor.
let's say on router number 1 subnet .1 R1 is going to advertise this network to router number 2 update message and router 2 will advertise it to router number. All the routers are going to install this route in the routing table, right? Right guys?
Right.
But when this network will goes down, who will tell to router 2 move it from?
R1 only.
How?
Why query message?
Why? It will send query message to router number and in that query message metric for this network will be and this network is and there are two logic of query. One, remove this network information if you have learned through me, and if you have any alternate path To reach in this network, then share the path with me. Share the path with me or network. Dot one dot. Okay. Delay will be means I don't have valid path. So you can say query message is used to inform neighbor that my side delay is maximum. My side delay is infinity. We have alternate path. The capturing you can see on router number 1 IP and interface is F0 as 0. Are you able to see query message?
Not yet. Oh, one. Oh, 12, अभी भी दिखा रहा है.
12 is not. I have slash 0 in this F. By mistaken I have.
Actually, I was wondering the same thing because if 0/0 is down, how is it going to send query?
Yeah, so that's why query was not there, na? That's why query was not there. So IP AGRP. Now let me down. Have 0/1. This slash 1. Now you will find query. Here is the query.
Okay.
On करूँ?
Mhm.
This is query message. Again, same information, version, opcode, types of sequence number. For which network it is generating query message? 10.1.1.0/20. We will open it. Here you can see of 0.0.0 means it connected network. See the delay, maximum delay. This is maximum. So when router 2 will receive this message, router 2 get to know that now network information table router from this neighbor dot 1.
And it will set maximum delay.
Maximum delay means if you have learned this
In
network from me, then remove it from your table, because now I am not responsible for this network. And if you have alternate path, then send to me. Then router 2 is sending acknowledgement first, because query message is reliable message, and after that it is sending reply message. And in the reply message you can see the reply message for this network. Router is also sending a means router 2 also don't have route, but
alternate path.
for 12 network, 12 is connected network.
Correct. So next stop is 000. बट इसके लिए भी सर ये डिले क्यों दिखा रहा है इतना
तो
सेम?
कनेक्टेड के लिए
ओके, बट
इसलिए
रिलायबिलिटी इज
तो बैंडविड्थ
255.
0 दिखा रहा है ना 10 के लिए. यहाँ पे मैट्रिक लोड MTU ये सब कुछ.
Sir, the query was for 10 network. Why is it sending update about 12 network also?
In the query message it will include all the networks. R1, see in the query message R1 have included all the networks. 10 12.
So query means something has gone wrong, right, to the network.
The
But
network goes
it,
down.
but the question which the colleague has asked कि 12 का क्यों दिखा रहा है, although it is fine. नहीं तो that means कि neighborship भी down हो गया, 12 का दिखा रहा है तो query.
आ रहा है. Only and only in the query message you have 10 sub. But करेंगे तो अपडेट में. Then again 10 आ रहा है ना.
ये हमने R3 पे देखा है, R2 R3 के बीच में.
R2 and R3.
ओके, हाँ इंटरनल रूट्स में सिर्फ 10 का दिखा रहा है, करेक्ट. बट ये नेक्स्ट हॉप 000 दिखा रहा है सर.
नेक्स्ट हॉप तो वही है जो राउटर 1 जनरेट किया था. 0.0. क्वेरी मैसेज जनरेट कौन किया था? राउटर 1 ना. वही क्वेरी मैसेज तो है और राउटर 3.
Sir, that means route R2 will also forward the query to R3 as well.
Correct. Same thing. R1 have generated the query, it have sent it to router 2, router 2 have sent it to router.
सर फिर ये hasn't it lead to the unnecessary CPU then?
That's how we have to read. Apart from the necessary. Also the R1. The topology table, guys. Anyone tell me what is this?
It represents EAGRP.
It represents passive.
Sir, a passive interface. It denotes
Passive. The
passive.
state of route. State of route in the EAGRP topology. State can be active or passive. Passive means topology is
Fine. Fine.
and active means
Passive says it's having glitches in network in topology table.
active.
Glitches, yes.
सर ये उल्टा नहीं है थोड़ा? क्योंकि active should be correct and passive should be incorrect.
Passive is correct. Now see, I have done the interface. Right click network down, so it will immediately remove from the table. So it will the
Topology table.
router number.
Here also same. सर फिर एक्टिव तो कभी
All
दिखाएगा ही
router
नहीं
router
मतलब
2 have removed.
वाया
Jalpop
query
query
message.
message na. Jalpop query message. So if I will filter the query message or let's say reply message. Now there is one more case. What will happen if router 1 will not receive? That is stuck in active. That is a different scenario called stuck in active.
So this is interview question actually, stuck in active state. So can we discuss it?
One more use of query message. What can be one? Three. R1 is also going to advertise 10 submit to R3. R2 is going to advertise it to R4. R4 will also advertise it to R3.
3.
But R3 will install via which router?
Shortest again.
Via R2 and dot 1. Yeah. Correct?
Correct.
Now if this goes down, what will happen?
So it will send the query message.
Link will goes down, R1 will send to query message to R3, and R3 will send what? Alternative path to router number. So router 1 can still forward traffic in this network.
Correct.
And for very time, state will be also active.
On R1. On R1.
All the router.
Okay. Sir, R3 के पास तो it has learnt it from the other side as well, right? Yeah. R4 के पास तो.
हाँ.
But R1 से lose हुआ है because it is preferring via shortest path.
If you want to reduce this query message, you don't want that router 1 should generate query message whenever this link goes down. What you can do, you can make this path as success. Whenever a network goes down, an alternate path means backup path is available in the topology table, then router never generate
Query message. So this means router in topology tables keep both the paths,
yes.
and if one goes down,
The
it will.
topology table it will store both successor and feasible successor. In routing
Okay.
table it will install only success. So if successor will goes down, then feasible successor will become successor. But
Successor.
if feasible successor is not available, then router will generate query message.
Query message.
So if someone will ask you how to reduce the query message, first answer is
Make feasible successor. Yes, sir.
active state means what? Active state means I have sent one query message. Waiting for
Reply.
if it will not receive reply of query in
180 seconds.
and it will stuck in it. Then at route 10.1.1 stuck in
Reply from the feasible successor, you are saying, right?
note from the physical. Like in this, when LAN network will goes down, it will generate query message,
Hmm.
then query to router 2, and router 2 will generate reply message. If router 2 will not send reply message to router number 1, then stuck in.
For 180 seconds.
Or when this network will goes down, router 1 will send query message to router 2, but router 2 cannot send reply message directly. But there is one another neighbor of router 2. So router 2 is going to first ask router number
Router
3.
3.
It will forward that query to router number 3. When router 3 will generate reply, then router 2 will generate reply. So if I will block the EIGRP query message over here, what will happen? You can see
Stuck
the
inactive.
state. The state.
Yes. Yes.
Access list 1 I EIGRP. EIGRP source.
Any.
Base F0 for applying it. Base damage 53. Yes. So IP is direction.
In.
This F done.
G. Yes. Yes.
आया
Second.
यहाँ से तो चला गया डॉटर 2 तो आई
12 वाला भी नहीं दिखा रहा सर.
फोर ये 5 and submit it is
Mhm.
one success. Now in case F01
12. Now it is showing 12 network. सर 10 तो हमने शट डाउन कर दिया ना. अभी सर मे बी इट इज आस्किंग टू R3 180 सेकंड वाली चीज. सर आफ्टर 180 सेकंड्स के बाद में क्या होगा फिर अगर उसका रिवर्ट नहीं आता है तो.
no, I,
वो भी आई थिंक 180 सेकंड्स के लिए वेट करता है फिर.
बना है ना
हिट तो आ रहा है सर.
एक्टिव में
ए में आ गया सर.
डॉटर 2 पे
मेरे
भी
12 भी ए में आ गया सर. 1 पे तो
12 को तो कोई हाँ 12 इसलिए एक एक्टिव स्टेट में आ गया क्योंकि अब इसने अपने नेबर से रिप्लाई नहीं भेजा इसके नेबर तक जितने भी नेटवर्क है सारे नेटवर्क क्या हो जाएगा एक्टिव स्टेट में आ जाएगा राइट एंड कब तक रहेगा ये एक्टिव स्टेट में? टिल व्हेन इट विल बी इन एक्टिव स्टेट?
180 seconds.
180. This is stuck in active state. Whenever router send query message to their neighbor router, accept acknowledgement within one is not sorry reply message. If router will not receive reply message, then network prefix will stuck in active. If prefix is in active state, router will not use that to forward traffic. Router will remove it from the routing table. Why it have stored in topology table? It is waiting that maybe I can get the another path from my neighbor. Waiting that I can get path from my neighbor.
It is saying, sir, FD is inaccessible.
Yes. What used for what? Active state means I have sent query message of that network. When 10 network is going down, it is generating query for both 10 and 12, right?
Yeah, over here, yes.
In which type of
Sir,
scenario you will see this type of issue? When we have lots of router like this. Router 1 connected to router 2 and router 3. Router 2 is also connected with to another router. Router 4 and router 5. Router 3 is also connected with router and router 8. Router 8. Router like this. We have lots of router here. So what will happen whenever any network will go down? R1 will generate query message to their neighbor. Each router will forward that query to their neighbor, right? And when each router will generate reply, then this router will get reply message. Till then, AGRP topology is, after that you can, then again AGRP
sir, topology क्यों break कर रहा है? My question is that.
topology नहीं neighbor.
हाँ, neighborship.
अब उसको
सर सपोज करिए कि there are 100 of networks connected to R1, and if one network goes down and it is breaking the neighborship with R2, then sir बाकी नेटवर्क भी तो डाउन फील करेंगे.
बिल्कुल फेल ही है ना. वही तो कह रहा है कि भाई अगर मुझे एक्नॉलेजमेंट या if I am not receiving acknowledgement or reply message, I will break the neighborship with you.
But sir, only one network was down. But if there are 100 networks, so it will break with 99 other
No,
networks also as well.
that is why, because there is issue with neighborship, na. I have issue with this neighbor. Doesn't matter how many networks are there in the topology table or routing table. But if neighbor is not responding, then we'll break the neighborship. Neighbor is not responding, then we will break the neighbor. This is the behavior. And when each router will generate negative reply, like in my scenario R3, then R2 will give negative reply to R1. So reply can be negative or positive. If neighbor have route, then it will send positive reply message. Neighbor don't have route, then it will send. But which router will send reply message? Always and always.
Sir, neighborship breaking down मतलब is not digested over here.
Routing table down, but neighbor table down.
Yes,
Neighbor
sir.
table na.
मतलब after 180 seconds, if it will not, so ऐसा ही एक query message भेजेगा, and after another 180 seconds, if it is not getting reply, so
आप
neighborship
ये
would
मान
break.
लीजिए मैं एक router, आप दूसरा router. मैंने
जी
आपको बोला है भैया ये नेटवर्क मेरा डाउन गया है, अब आप
जी
कोई रिप्लाई ही नहीं कर पा रहे हो।
जी
मैं वेट करूंगा 180 घंटे तक, इंतजार करूंगा कि नहीं
सेकंड
आप रिस्पॉन्ड करो 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 करो, उसके
जी
बाद भी आप नहीं कर रहे हो तो मैं क्या करूं, मेरे पास क्या ऑप्शन है?
सर आई विल डिक्लेयर मीन्स आई विल रिमूव दिस नेटवर्क, मतलब आप अपने नेटवर्क से यू कैन रिमूव दिस एज अ डाउन एंड डिक्लेयर इट एज अ डाउन,
अगर
बट
उस
आप मेरे
नेबर से,
साथ रिलेशन थोड़ी
हम
ब्रेक
बहुत सारे
करोगे।
नेटवर्क जो लर्न किए हैं वो सारे रिमूव कर दूं?
नहीं नहीं नहीं, ओनली दैट पर्टिकुलर नेटवर्क विच हैज बीन, जो आप डिक्लेयर कर रहे
और जो
हो
हमने
फॉर।
नेबर से लर्न, राउटर 2 से जो राउटर 1 लर्न करके रखा हुआ है बहुत सारे नेटवर्क, वो का क्या होगा? Router 1 have learned let's say lakhs of prefixes from router number 2. What will happen about those prefixes?
तो सर इसमें बस आई हैव अ क्वेरी, जब क्वेरी मैसेज जनरेट होता है तो इट इज वेटिंग फॉर 180 सेकेंड्स, देन 180 सेकेंड्स के बाद में अनदर ऐसा ही क्वेरी मैसेज वुड बी जनरेटेड, राइट? एंड इट विल वेट फॉर रिप्लाई फॉर अनदर 180 सेकेंड्स, मींस 360 सेकेंड्स टोटल वो वेट करेगा, करेक्ट? एंड देन इट विल ब्रेक डाउन द नेबरशिप बिटवीन द टू. So total we can say query message over here in this case is 360 seconds total. First is for query 180 and second is for SIA query.
If router will not receive reply message within 180 seconds, then router will consider it as stuck in active state, and then router
Hmm.
will break the neighborship. Within the 180 second only router will send SIA query. Within
Okay.
180 second only router will send SIA query message. After 180 second neighborship will goes down.
Okay. So total is breaking down of neighborship is 180 only then. Okay. Okay.
Sir, I have a question. It's little long, but bear with me. Can you show the topology once again, sir? Just one question. Suppose, sir, on R1 we have five loopbacks: loopback 1, loopback 2, loopback 3, loopback 4, and loopback 5. Okay. So this means we have 5 networks connected with R1. So all that information is being sent from R1 to R2. Okay. Supposedly loopback 1 goes down. So that means one network query is generated, and the router 2 and all these routers will wait for 180 seconds. Then they will flush out loopback 1. So one network will be out. It will not break the neighborship. This is what I am not able to understand. Why it is breaking the neighborship while a loopback 2, loopback 3, loopback 4, and loopback 5, these 4 loopbacks are still up. Just because of loopback 1, they are going to break the neighborship with R1.
Let's say here also I have 5 loopback. Here also I have 5 loopback. Okay. Router 1 know all the 5 loopback of router 2. Correct? And there one
Yes,
loopback goes down. It have generated the query
exactly.
message to router number 2. But router 2 is not responding. Router 2 is not responding. So whether router 1 should forward traffic to these networks to router number 2?
Yeah, it should, because the other loopbacks are up.
But neighbor is not responding, brother. Neighbor, there is issue between router 1 and router 2.
Issue is on one network. What is
Not issue is
why
in one network. Issue is not in
कहते हैं कि
network.
बाकी
Hey, issue is not in network. Network has goes down. Immediately router 1 will remove it from their routing table. Issue is it is not receiving reply message from the neighbor. That is the issue. This is not issue
Router
that
itself
network
is
goes down.
down. Okay,
Sir
router
reply,
itself is.
sir replies for 1.1.1.0, right? Not for other loopbacks.
First of all, tell me what is the issue? The network goes down, that is the issue, or router is not receiving reply message from the neighbor, that is the issue.
Sir,
Router is not receiving the reply.
That is stuck in active state, right?
Yeah.
This is not issue that network goes down. Network goes down, that is fine. It will remove it from their topology table quickly. It is asking to their neighbor, hey, do you have alternate path for this network? But router is not responding. So what router will do? Router will break the neighborship. Router will
Because
break
it
the neighborship. Again, it will establish the breakship. Again, router will try to find alternate path to this network. Router 1 knows that my network goes down. Router 1 is trying to find alternative path. If neighbor is not responding, it will break the neighborship. Maybe again, when again new neighborship will come up, router 2 can advertise new path.
The neighborship is formed on basis of which subnet between R1 and R2?
12 subnet.
So that 12 subnet is still up.
Hey brother, how we have neighborship? By exchanging hello message, right? If router 1 will not receive 3 executive hello message, then neighborship will goes down. Still
Router 14.
12.1 and 12.2 is up. Dynamic routing protocol works on their messages by exchanging their messages. If they will not receive message, then neighborship will goes down automatically. Doesn't matter link is up or down or 12 network is up or down. That's not matter. Matter is router receiving hello message or not? Both routers are receiving hello message or not?
Sir, can
So
you do a favor? Can we see the ACL on R2 that you have implemented, just to clarify your point? I think I might be getting the idea of what you are saying. If we can see the ACL on R2, please.
There is the ACL.
Sir, got your point. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. It's not about the individual
network.
network.
It's
Instead, you have
about the
blocked all
router.
It's about the lakhs of
HRP
prefixes
traffic.
between router 1 and
Yes,
router
yes, yes,
2.
yes. Absolutely right. So thank you so much, sir.
Here.
Crystal clear.
चलिए तो स्पिफ का होगा। वो स्पिफ का स्टबिंग तो सर फिर वहां होती है ना। ये स्विचिंग का आ गया। ये जीआरपी वाले में देखिए सर में भी आपको मिले। हाँ ये रहा है ना, ये रहा। ओके 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 सर इसमें भी होगा ऐसा ही है का वैसे।
में होगा आप
सर एक आपका वीडियो भी पड़ा हुआ है यूट्यूब पे।
okay. So this is the concept of stuck inactive means if router will not receive reply message within 180 seconds, then router will consider it as stuck in active state. Then router will break the neighborship. For the practically, what you can do, you can connect two routers. You can configure ACL to block the EIGRP packet, and then you can down the. Can I move? Can I move, guys?
Sir, hello message is also which is under EHRP message,
Hello
Yes, sir, no
message.
issue.
Hello messages.
which is also under EHRP message. So
Yes.
if I block EHRP on R2,
Actually, if we are blocking the EIGRP message, that means we are blocking all types of EIGRP message. Hello, update, query, reply, acknowledgement, everything. There are 5 types of messages in EIGRP routing. Till now, we have seen the basic of EIGRP, metric calculation, and types of messages. Tomorrow, we'll see the neighborship, types of neighborship in EIGRP, and we'll perform one lab on that, like a static neighborship and dynamic neighborship. What is the benefit of a static neighborship where you will configure static? Or if
Sir,
you
एक बार
guys
वो
will have
FDRD concept also in live troubleshooting.
FDRD.
हाँ,
हाँ
you said ना
FDRD
we will
जब
discuss
जब
it.
जब वो मल्टीपल पाथ वाला टोपोलॉजी बनाऊंगा ना, तब जरूर दिखाऊं.
Okay.
अगर स्टक भी नहीं समझ में आएगा तो बताना, आप एक बार प्रैक्टिस करके पढ़ना बुक में खोल के पहले. स्टक इन एक्टिव स्टेट ऐसा एक क्वेरी भी पढ़ लेना. अगर ना समझ में आए तो फिर नेक्स्ट क्लास में हम that will also discuss in next class if you will not able to understand the stuck in active. But first try to read by yourself and try to perform the lab.
Do we have class tomorrow?
50-50. We'll confirm you till morning. Let me talk to Arun that webinar is scheduled or not. Webinar is not scheduled, then definitely we'll have session. Otherwise, maybe after tomorrow I will schedule the webinar. But I will request you guys to join the webinar also, like learn something.
Sure, sir.
No, sir.